welcome to a new video on the channel. Today we are setting up in my journal something different, and this is actually being attached to my October TBR and hopefuls videos. If you watched me film my September TBR video last month, then you'll know that I already did a Monopoly styled game last month with my friends. Every September is normally when Becca in the Books hosts her annual Becca's Spookoplathon. However, she surprised us all mid-September with releasing this year's game a month late, and it is going to be Becca's Spookoplathon. Now, it feels a bit repetitive to do two Monopoly styled games back to back, but as someone who absolutely loves Halloween and all things to go with the spookier time of the year, I had to play the game. I absolutely love Halloween. It's one of my favorite seasons and favorite holidays, sorry. And I just thought that this would be so much fun, especially when I saw what was on the board and how fun it would be to draw it all in. So I have attempted to do my own style in my bullet journal, and I'm really happy with how it's come together. There are two very small errors that you'll find in this video. Well, at least I hope they're the only two. I haven't noticed any others, but they are very minor, and one I was able to fix off camera very easily. The other is just my pen was a little bit too big for the spot and kind of looks a bit blobby rather than what it's meant to be. I had a lot of fun setting this up, and I decided to film it this time around because there were a couple of comments from my friends, especially who watched the video, came to me and said, you know, it would have been really cool to see you set up this Monopoly board. So I have kept the footage this time round, and I wish it took me as little time as the footage ended up being. I have sped this up by 3 times. I've tried to keep it a little bit slower so you can see the drawing process, but it is sped up footage. And if it had only taken me that long to do all of this, I would have been thrilled. But I actually enjoyed the process. There's something about shutting off and just creating that really helps me. And I'm so glad that I took the time to colour everything in this time round. My last Monopoly board was very black and white, aside from the colour of the lots. And I'm, yeah, really thrilled that I took the extra effort to put this together. If you by chance want to play along with me and Becca, there will be all the information in the description below. Also, if you're not interested in watching me colour this all in for the next 10 or so minutes, feel free to use the timestamps below, or I'll put on the screen now where to jump to for the actual TBR content, which totally makes sense if you don't want to see me colour this all in. I mean, I enjoy looking back at it, but it's not for everyone. So there are changes to each Monopoly board that Becca does, such as the corners are one sort of theme. There's the train stations that are another theme, and the utilities are used in a different way. So again, I can go into details of explaining that, but I'd rather keep it for kind of minimal explanation. So I don't think I'll go into detail about every single square on the board, but we can go with a general sort of understanding. So for the corners, they are all TBR games. So we have randomize your TBR in the go section, we have feed scroll in the other, then we have Becca's Rex in one, and dice roll roulette in the other. Each of these plays a different type of game, so randomizing your TBR is pretty self-explanatory. You just randomize it and then choose a number generator, I believe, to get it going, and then whatever book that number corresponds with is the one that you read. Feed scroll is where you go through some sort of social media, could be Goodreads, could be Instagram, TikTok, something like that. And the first book that you see that you haven't yet read and you have a copy of or can access is the one that you pick. Becca's Rec is a playlist on her YouTube, and you can find that in one of her it's a playlist, so you can find it in a playlist on YouTube, and that will just show you books that she recommends, and whichever one you haven't read and would like to, you pick it that way. And the other one is Dice Roll Roulette, which is really fun. You simply get two dice, and then, or two die, is it die? Dice? Anyway, and you roll them, and whatever number you get corresponds to the page count that you must read or get close to. I really like that one. I've done it a couple of times. Unfortunately, I got stung and had to do a really big book with the one that I played last time, but I still like it because I think it's the whole aspect of the unknown, and playing that is always really fun. The other things are the train stations are all inspired by Taylor Swift songs. I'm going to fully admit that I'm not a follower of Taylor Swift, so please don't ask me what the songs are. I think that Becca has them all listed in the Google document that you can get. I'll link it below, as well as her channel, so you can follow her for more information. She goes through every single square on the board if you want to check that out. Like I said, be in the description. Um, but the squares are really cute. I had a lot of fun putting them together. And then you have the utilities, and there are things like most recent purchase, mood read, poll pick. There, I think there's one on every single side. And then you also have the chance and community shelf cards. I haven't yet filled in my cards for the year so far. Oh, sorry, for the month. Wow, I'm really fumbling over my words today. I haven't filled them in yet, but essentially the chance cards books that you have on your physical or Kindle TBR, and sorry, I should say digital TBR, and you just simply write whatever book you think that you would like to read over the month. Don't make it too challenging for yourself. I mean, some people do 4 books that they'd really like to read and 4 books that they don't want to read, and then put them on and shuffle them. And if you land on that square, the one that you pick up is the book that you read. And community shelf is, I think, prompts and tropes. So, like enemies to lovers, and a book that has your favorite setting, things like that. And you can, again, it's all down to you. You get to choose what you put on the back of those. Again, you can make them punishment like if you want to. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to have a good time. So I'm going to make things really enjoyable. Tropes that I really enjoy, things like maybe read a book on your Kindle or listen to an audiobook, because I do both of them quite often. Here's where I make that first mistake with Hannibal Lecter. This is supposed to be a fork. Yeah, the pen just, what is that? It doesn't even look like a fork. But yeah, so those are the elements that aren't a normal lot. And then you have the each section of the lots that are coloured, they'll all sort of have a theme. As you can see, the green ones we're doing right now are serial killers that we've known of in movies, and then the blue ones are and the brown ones coincide with each other. They are small and large book and lowest and highest rating respectively. And then let me just grab the actual board so I can look at it. I've got it beside me here. For yellow, we have Halloween treats. For red, we have superstitions. And for orange, Becca has chosen some of her favourite Halloween or spooky writers from the classics. Or, well, I suppose Stephen King's not a classic, but when you think of horror, you think of Stephen King. And then she's got a section for the dark pinks, which are um, sort of like tropes for it, like stabby, spooky, and spoopy. For the light pinks, there's colours, and that's it. I think that's the entire board. Yep. So, like I said, everything will be labelled correctly in the description below, so you can find the information if you want to play along. I think that's pretty much all I can say about this. I'm really excited to play it in a different way, because every year it's not the same prompts that she chooses for Spookoplathon, but there are some that are ones we've done before. And whilst I find this game really fun, it can be a little bit repetitive because you know what's going to come. So this time round, it's very different. And with my friends in September, we played together. We all had a turn at rolling twice. We had 8 prompts. I can happily state to you all that I have completed the game. I'm so excited, so happy and excited that I have completed the game. I didn't think I was going to. I've had a really fantastic month reading over September. I will let you know all about that in my September wrap up. But I have completed all my prompts for the Monopoly game I played last month, or Bookopoly, and also my TBR Jar games as well. So I'm very, very excited. But what was I saying when I was saying about that? Yes, we played together, and we all got to choose 2 prompts each, and that was fun. It meant we all sort of had the same prompts, but we'd have different books to read them with, and we've all sort of played individually. Like, we haven't kept up with each other and said, how many books have you read, and what did you read for this? So over the month of October, we're going to individually play. So I've chosen to roll as I go. I don't normally do that. I normally pick like 6 and I roll them all at once, and then I have a TBR. However, over the month of October, I've decided that I just want to play as I go. And if I don't have a book that I want to read, then I will just pick up my cute little rabbit, crystal rabbit that I have, and I will play the game. And I'm going to film every single roll that I do. I think I'll share them as shorts, and then perhaps I'll put them together as a video at the end of the month. But I'm really excited to bring you along with me as I play this game over the month of October. We have one more side to fill in, and I'm so grateful that you've sat with me and listened to me talk this entire time. I honestly didn't think I would have enough to say during this period, but you know me, I'm always going to talk and always fumble over my words. Um, I hope that you're all doing well so far. Like I said, September's been really great to me, and it's really interesting to see how much I've been able to read, considering how much of a struggle it's been over the last few months. And that coincides with the fact that the things that were like personal issues that were holding me back have gone. So I'm really happy with having that free time to do the things that I want to do, like reading and crafting. And I actually have been making resin art for the first time ever. I've never done it before, and I'm really enjoying it, like exceptionally. It's just, oh, I just get so excited. I actually had to wait today. Did some yesterday, and I've waited all day long to unmold them, or demold them, sorry, and they're still not ready. So I decided to come and edit this video and get it up because it's a little bit late. Um, and I just want to open them up and see what they turned out to be, because you don't really get to see from the other side. You always see the back side of things. Oh, I'm so excited. But if you would like to see the artwork, oh, sorry, the resin art that I've made over the last few days or weeks, I should say, let me know. I'd love to make a video of all the things that I've made. Some of them are bookish. I've made several bookmarks, a few coasters, some really cool Halloween inspired decor. I really like Halloween, as I've mentioned, so I've made like pumpkins and little cauldrons and stuff like that. So like I said, if you want to see those, happy to make a video showing you all of them. I'm just really proud of them because I didn't think it would be something that I'd be able to do with as much ease as I have. I will say it's a very expensive art to have a hobby, as yeah, the amount that resin costs um, is quite substantial, but it's worth the fun and the joy that I get from it. We're on to the last 2 squares now. I'm so excited to have this board completed, and we can get into the actual TBR. So thank you again for listening to me voice over this part, and I'm going to pass you on to past me when I actually finished filming this all and showed you the board and did my TBR. I don't have actual dice. I'm going to have to do it on my phone, so I do apologize for strobing, but I am going to be playing with my little bunny. My little crystal bunny will be the little token spot. We're also going to do the TBR jar, but oh gosh, that's really awful for you, for your eyes with the hollow. Let's see if I can get it to show up without blinding everyone. It says, which please. I got the graphic from Canva and I made this resin pot to represent a cauldron, but I'm just really happy with how it came together, and the little stones on top for the handle. I've put all the prompts in here for the month of October, and what I'm going to do is draw them out of that, but I'm going to do the same as I did over the month of September. I'm going to just do the 3 prompts. So I've got my little spot set up over here for the 3 prompts down here. I have got a TBR spot, even though I'm going to be going as I go, rolling as I go. There are some books I need to put on this list for ARC reasons and other things like that, but I'm not really sure what they're going to be, so I just left a space. There is a guide that you can print out. You would have seen me referring to it in the time lapse for the board that you can also print out. You don't have to be extra like me and draw your own, but this will have all the information you need. I will link the drive for that and everything below, and it's got what all the property spaces mean. So I'm not going to fuss around anymore. I'm going to get my phone ready. I should have had a generator up already. Let me just quickly get into that. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but I got 10. So I'm only going to roll the one time on camera, and then we'll set the rest of it up as we go for the month of October. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feed scroll. So since we've landed on feed scroll, I am now going to quickly go into Instagram, and I'm going to type in, that's so cute. Look, this is why isn't that cute? This is why I get nothing done. I'm going to send that to my friends real quick though, because it's so cute. Right, I am coming here because I want to explore page, and I want to look for Bookstagram, because I did try to do a feed scroll just a moment ago and did not go well. Recent top posts, I guess, would be the best one to do. So if we go to Bookstagram and look for the first book on here that I have not read, this is actually on my list to read for this month, but I don't think I'm going to get to it. So let's go with that. X's and O's is now in October, so that'll be my first prompt, so I need to add that to my TBR for this month, so I'll just chuck that there. But the other 3 prompts that we're going to do is just going to guide. It's just going to be a bit of like extra challenge to it. I've actually done so well over the month of September with my reading that I really want to try it again. So we're going to grab the jar with the very holographic writing on the side, give it a shake. Obviously this will be a lot easier for me to reach into, but I am pulling away. I know you can't see me, but I have pulled away. And we want 3 prompts. So the first prompt's going to be an evil one. Large book. The second prompt, let's give that another shake, is going to be paranormal. Health. Perfect for the month of October. Very easily going to get that one done. And oh, that's perfect. Opulent cover. I'm really happy with those. So we'll just stick that off to the side so I don't lose them. I'm going to quickly write them down and move these glitter pumpkins out of the way because they're just trying to be all like cutesy for Halloween, but it's not going great. So let's grab a pen. I'm not actually sure what colour to use. Maybe this one. And we'll just quickly jot those down. And I'm just going to grab a post-it note so I don't forget what I rolled, because I haven't set those boxes up yet. And I don't think I'm going to until I know sort of how many rolls I end up doing over the month of October. But I'm just going to put a little list here. Roll 1. Oops, I did that around the wrong way. Oh well. It is feed, scroll, and I got X's and O's. Perfect. And now I know what those are going to be. So for the rest of the TBR, I'm going to quickly go grab the books I can tell you about that I know is for the month of October. I've got those written down. I'll put them in the container so they're away from everything else. Let me grab those books and we can get on to what we know is definitely going to be read over the month of October. So it's pretty obvious that X's and O's by Amy Lee was going to end up here, considering I just mentioned that it was the book for the feed scroll for Spookoplathon. This is book 2 in the Influencer series, and this follows Tara. She is the main character's sister from book 1, and she's getting her own book now. Tara, from memory, was a bookworm, had high standards, was always breaking up with boyfriends, and she's gotten to a point where she just is determined to find love now and not be let down. So she goes through the list of her exes to try and figure out where she went wrong, and also to try and find what suits her best. But because she has such high standards, she's not having great luck. And she also, I think, lives with the main male character in this, Trevor. He is best friends with the main male character from the first book, so that's how it all connects. And I think they're living together. I think they're roommates in this, so there's some forced proximity in there. Either way, I'm really looking forward to reading this. I don't know why I've put it off for so long, but it will be a nice break between all the paranormal that I'll no doubt read over the month of October. The next book on the list is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. This is the book club read for the fantasy book club that I belong to for October. And fair warning, full transparency, this is not a book that I would normally pick up at all. This follows a middle-aged woman, I believe. She's a mother, and a few things happen all at once on the one day. One, her husband brutally kills her son and kidnaps her daughter. The power struggles in the empire that she is under, I think, explode basically, and tensions are brewing. There's war and stuff, and then the actual earth is ripped and spewing out ash. There's no longer any light. Clean water is gone, so she's now having to navigate these really big issues to try and find her daughter and save her. I have no idea any more than that. This is, like I said, not something that I would normally read. I was going to skip this book actually. When it was voted in, I knew that it was not going to be something that I would enjoy. However, I've been convinced that I should at least give it a go. So I've picked up the book. I'm not expecting to enjoy it yet. I've got low expectations, but I've heard that a lot of people think it's brilliant. So let's hope that I can be swayed to read something that I normally wouldn't read. So this is Forging Silver into Stars by Bridget Kemmermere, with the same named title for the series. This is the follow-up or the companion series to Cursebreakers. So this will be following 3 characters. One we already met in the one we already met in the previous series, and it is about how a place that had no magic for the longest time is now allowing magic back in, and people are against this. There's a rebellion about to happen, and 3 characters. One's named Jax, and he is I think he's like a smith in some way, and then 𝓤𝓏 is the one who used to be in the previous series. He's the king's courier, and he is traveling away from the castle at present. I'm not sure if that he has left for good or if he's doing an errand, and crosses paths with Jax, and also Jax's best friend, who is 𝓤𝓮, and she is very weary of 𝓤𝓏, but they accept his silver in order to travel with him, I believe, to escape what is happening. I don't really understand what the entire synopsis is, because on the back of this one versus what's on Goodreads, very different storyline. But I want to give this a go. I didn't really enjoy Curse Breakers apart from the first book in the series. I had a lot of issues with book 2 and 3. But I do like this author, and I want to give this world another go, especially since this is book 1, so it should be quite good. I feel like Kimimiya's first books are always the best. I don't know why. But I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. Like I said, this is the TBR Book of the Month, which I chose at the start of the year. There's a video on that. It'll be always linked in the description of all these TBR lists. That's pretty much all I can say about it. I don't have high hopes, but I'm not dismissive either. Speaking of books of the month, this was actually August's book of the month. I haven't read it. This is Hotel Magnifique by Emily J. Taylor. This is supposed to be like, if you love Caraval, you will love this. It follows 2 young sisters. One is 17-year-old Janie, and her younger sister, who's not named on this. They secure a job at this hotel and the magical world that's in it. But obviously it's not just how it looks, and the sisters are swept up into opulence and an adventure, and also there'll be some darkness to it. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. I keep putting it off. I know I was meant to read it sometime this month, but I just haven't gotten to it, so I just thought, this will be a great read for October, so I've left it aside. And I think this will actually be my opulent cover, which is one of the prompts that we drew today as well. Very, very pretty. In fact, I've got a lot of choice for opulent cover this month, but I think with the gold foil and how pretty it is, this would be a very good choice. And because we have large book on the list, and I've got the audio book at the library, and I brought a physical copy of it, and the cover is shiny, we're going to go with Blood Mart by Tracy Dion for the large book prompt. Absolutely love this world. I just finished Legend Born earlier in September, and I was going to try and get to the second book before the end of September, but again, seeing that large book prompt made me kick it over into October. I'll have an easy enough time being able to read it. Then this is the follow-up to what happened in book 1, where Bree goes to a college after her mother has died, and she learns about the secret society there that follows Arthur and then the Knights of the Round Table retelling type of thing. Essentially all the people there are descendants of the King Arthur and the knights, and their families over the generations have kept the magic alive and protected everyone from demons and stuff like that. But it's not just how it seems. It's not just that this magic is heroic. There's more depth to it. There's a different type of way of seeing this magic as well, and I'm really interested to see how this continues. I absolutely loved Brie. I thought she was such a fantastic female protagonist, even though I wasn't exactly thrilled that she was aged at 16, because I felt like the world was a bit more mature than that. But I absolutely love Selwyn, who is the best male character in this world, and I cannot wait to find out more about their story. That will be Sal right there. So yeah, very excited to continue this world. Like I said, I enjoyed book 1 so much that I've gone out just recently and purchased this book on a whim. I actually also purchased book 1 as well. So that will cover me for large book, because I think it's 360 pages. No, let's see. The font, can I just point out how tiny the font is in this though? My god. So yeah, I don't know how many pages, but it's over 500, and you need to have 500 for it to be a large book. So that will definitely cover that. Like I said, I am going to listen to it because I've got the book out on at the library, but I will definitely be marking as I go on the parts that I really enjoy. I do like mixed reading a lot, so mixed media reading. So that is my 5 books that I've chosen so far that I definitely want to read over the month of October. I'm going to try and bring these prompts that we've got, these books, into the prompts for the Spookoplathon. As you would know, I pointed out in the beginning of this video that I am going to roll as I go, so my TBR is a bit more flexible this month, but for the 3 prompts that I've got on the list there, as well as the other 2 books that I need to read this month, I am hopeful that I will get through all the prompts that I pull with the books that I have here and whatever I pull off the shelf as I go. Looking really forward to reading over October, and I hope that you're all looking forward to doing that as well. Until my next video, I hope that you have fun reading, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye everyone.